My love, I need to tell you something. And I need you to stop whatever you are doing right now and just listen to me for a moment, because what I'm about to say is going to change the way you see yourself forever. Are you ready? Because in the next few minutes, the whole world is about to know your name. Not because of fame, not because of some spotlight, but because of me and what I'm about to say about you, out loud, for everyone to hear. I've been sitting here for a while, trying to find the right words, but honestly, my love, there are no perfect words for what I feel when I think about you. I just know that I can't hold this inside me anymore. I have to say it. I have to let it out. Because you deserve to hear this, not in whispers, not in secret, but loud enough that even the people who never believed in love like this will have to stop and listen. You know, I used to think love was something people exaggerated. I used to hear people talk about and quant, and I would just smile and nod, thinking maybe they were just caught up in a moment. But then you came into my life, and everything I thought I knew about love just quietly folded itself away, because nothing prepared me for you. I remember the first time I really saw you, not just looked at you but saw you, the way your eyes hold stories you haven't told anyone yet. The way your silence sometimes says more than 1,000 words ever could. I noticed the little things, the way you bite your lip when you are nervous, the way your voice softens when you talk about the people you love. I noticed everything, because from that moment, my heart decided you were someone worth noticing, you forever. And I know you might be sitting there right now, wondering why I'm saying all this. Maybe you think I am just being dramatic. Maybe you think these are just words, but I promise you, my love, every single word I am saying to you right now comes from a place so deep inside me that I didn't even know it existed until you walked in and lit it up. I want you to know something. You are not just anyone to me. You are the reason I believe in soulmates now. You are the reason I stopped searching, because searching means you're still looking for something, and I am not looking anymore. I found it. I found her. And her name is Dan. You, Dan. But wait, don't get comfortable yet, because there's more I need to tell you. Something I haven't said to anyone before. Something I have only ever whispered to myself in the quiet hours of the night, when the world was asleep, and my heart was wide awake, thinking about you. I used to be afraid of loving someone this much. I used to think that giving your whole heart to one person was dangerous. Because what if they didn't hold it carefully? What if they dropped it? Or worse, what if they didn't even notice they had it in the first place? But with you, my love, I don't feel that fear anymore. With you, I feel safe enough to be completely undone, completely open, completely real. Do you know what it feels like to finally stop pretending, to stop performing strength you don't have, and just be soft, just be human? Just be yourself in front of one person, and know they want to manic run away. That's what you gave me. You gave me permission to just be me. Flaws and fears and everything, and you didn't flinch. You stayed. And that, my love, is something I will never take for granted. I think about the future a lot now. I think about mornings where I wake up and you are the first thing I see. Not because it's some fantasy, but because it's real, because it's ours. I think about quiet evenings where we don't even need to talk. We just exist beside each other, and that silence feels louder and warmer than any conversation I have ever had with anyone else. I think about the way I want to protect your peace. Not control it, not manage it, just protect it. The way you would protect something so rare. You are scared to even breathe near it, too hard. That's what my love for you feels like. Careful, devoted, endless. What my love for you feels like. Careful, devoted, endless. But listen, my love, I have to pause here for a second, because there's something I hadn't told you yet. Something that's been sitting on my chest for a while now. Something I think you deserve to know before this goes any further. You make me want to be a better version of myself. Not because you asked me to change, but because loving you makes me want to rise. To be someone who deserves standing beside you. You inspire growth in me without even trying. You just exist, and somehow that enough to make me want to be someone worthy of your softness, your loyalty, your heart. I know the world can be loud sometimes. I know it can make you feel small, unseen, unheard. I know there are days you question your worth, days you wonder if you're too much or not enough. But I need you to hear me clearly when I say this. You are exactly enough. You always have been. And if no one has ever told you that with their whole chest the way I am telling you right now, then let this be the first time you truly believe it. There's something about the way you love people, the way you show up for them, even when you are tired, even when you are hurting yourself. I notice that I see the sacrifices you make quietly, without needing applause. That kind of heart is rare, my love. That kind of heart deserves to be cherished, not overlooked. And I promise you this, I see you. Not the version of you that you show the world, not the polished, put-together version, but the real one, the tired one, the soft one, the one who cries, sometimes without knowing exactly why, the one who smiles, even when her heart feels heavy, just so others don't worry. I see all of it, and I love all of it. Now, stay with me here, because this next part is important. I want you to imagine something with me. Imagine a life where you never have to question if you are loved enough. Imagine waking up every single day knowing, without a single doubt, that someone out there chose you, not out of convenience, not out of loneliness, but out of pure, undeniable devotion. That's the life I want to build with you. Not a fantasy, a reality, brick by brick, moment by moment, day by day. I know some people are scared of commitment because they think it means losing freedom. But loving you don't feel like losing anything. It feels like finally being found. It feels like finally being found. It feels like finally exhaling after holding my breath for years without even realizing it. You are my exhale, my love. You are the peace I didn't know I was searching for. And I need you to know, whatever doubts you carry, whatever insecurities whisper to you in the dark, none of them are true. Not when it comes to how I see you. Because when I look at you, I don't see anything you think is wrong with you. I see everything that undenied shortly. I see a woman who deserves softness after everything she's survived. I see a woman who deserves someone who stays, not out of obligation, but out of choice. Again and again, every single day. I think about the way I want to say your name to the world someday, not quietly, not in secret, but proudly, like it's the most important name I've ever learned. I want people to know that behind every good thing I do, there ends a version of me that's inspired by loving you. I want the world to know that you are the reason my heart finally understands what it means to feel whole. But hold on, don't go anywhere yet, because there's still so much more I need you to hear. I think about the storms life throws at us, the uncertainty, the fear of the unknown, and I realize that none of it scares me as much when I imagine facing it with you. Because with you, even chaos feels survivable. With you, even uncertainty feels like it has a soft place to land. I want to be that soft place for you too. I want to be the person you run to, not away from, when the world feels too heavy. I want to be the calm in your storm, the warmth in your winter, the steady hand you reach for, without even having to ask. You deserve a love that doesn't just show up when it's convenient. You deserve a love that stays. Through the mess, through the hard days, through the moments when you don't feel like your best self. And I want you to know, my love, that's exactly the kind of love I'm choosing to give you. I keep thinking about all the things I want to say to you, all the feelings I've kept quiet for far too long, and honestly, even after everything I've already said, it still doesn't feel like enough to capture how deeply you've settled into my heart. There's a quiet ache in loving someone this much, because you become terrified of ever losing them, but there's also this incredible, overwhelming gratitude, because you got to experience a love this real in the first place. I don't know what tomorrow holds. None of us really do. But I know that whatever it holds, I want you standing beside me through it. Hand in hand. Heart to heart. Choosing each other over and over again. Even on the days it isn't easy. None, in my love, if you're listening to this right now, feeling something stir in your chest, feeling your heart ache in that soft, warm, overwhelming way, I need you to know that this feeling isn't random. This feeling is real. This is what it feels like to be truly seen, truly wanted, truly loved by someone who means every single word. There's still so much I haven't told you yet. So much I'm holding on to, waiting for the right moment to say, because this is the end of what I feel for you. This is only the beginning of everything I still want to say, everything I still want to show you, everything I still want us to become. I want to take you back for a second. Back to a moment I don't think I've ever told anyone about. There was a night, not long ago, when I sat alone with my thoughts, and your face just appeared in my mind out of nowhere, the way it always does now, uninvited but never unwelcome, and invited, that quiet, still moment. I felt something shift inside me. I realized that somewhere along the way, without any warning, without any announcement, you had become the center of my thoughts. Not an occasional thought, not a passing one. The center, the core, the quiet gravity that everything else in my mind orbits around. I didn't design for this to happen. I didn't plan it. But that's the strange, beautiful thing about real love, isn't it? It doesn't wait for permission. It doesn't knock politely and wait to be let in. It just arrives, settles into the corners of your heart, and makes itself at home before you even realize what's happening. And now here I am, completely, hopelessly wrapped up in you, and I wouldn't trade this feeling for anything in the world. But listen, I need to tell you something else. Something a little more vulnerable. Something I and Diner said out loud before. There are moments when I get scared. Not scared of you, never scared of you, but scared of how much you mean to me now. Because when someone becomes this important to your heart, it means they have the power to either heal you completely or shatter you in ways you never thought possible. And I've chosen, with everything in me, to trust you with that kind of power. That's not something I do easily. That's not something I've ever done before. So when I say I love you, I don't just mean it in the soft, casual way people throw those words around sometimes. I mean it in the deep, terrifying, beautiful way that comes from choosing to be fully open with someone, knowing they could hurt you, and trusting them anyway. Stay with me here, my love, because there are 90 more. I think about your laugh sometimes out of nowhere in the middle of the day, and it makes me smile without even realizing it. There's something about the way you laugh when you're truly happy, unfiltered, unguarded, completely yourself, that feels like sunlight breaking through clouds. I want to be the reason for that laugh, again and again, for as long as I live. I want to know that even on your darkest days, there remains a part of your heart that remembers me and softens, just a little. I know life isn't always gentle. I know you've carried weight that no one else even knows about. I know there have been nights you cried quietly so no one would hear. Nights you convinced yourself you were fine when you weren't. Nights you wondered if anyone truly saw the real you, underneath everything you show the world. I want you to know, my love, I see those nights too, even the ones I want there for. I feel the weight of them in the way you sometimes go quiet, in the way your eyes carry a story words haven't caught up to yet. And I promise you this, from now on, you don't have to carry that weight alone. I want to be someone you can hand pieces of your heart to, without fear, without hesitation, knowing I will hold them as carefully as you held mine. I think about forever sometimes, and I know that word scares some people, but it doesn't scare me when I think about it with you. Forever with you doesn't feel like a burden or a cage. It feels like relief. It feels like finally not having to search anymore, finally being able to breathe out and just exist in something real. something solid, something that isn't going anywhere. I imagine years from now sitting somewhere quiet with you, maybe not saying anything at all, just existing in each other and presence the way old souls do when they found their person. I imagine looking at you and still feeling that same spark I feel right now, except deeper, steadier, more sure of itself, because it's had time to grow roots. I want roots with you, my love, not just a fleeting moment of butterflies, but something that digs deep into the ground and holds strong no matter what storms pass through. And speaking of storms, I know they'll come. Life has a way of testing even the strongest hearts. There will be days we misunderstand each other, days emotions run high, days it feels like the distance between us is wider than it has ever been. But I need you to know, even on those days, my love for you doesn't disappear. It doesn't waver. It just waits patiently for the storm to pass. Because I know what's on the other side of it. You still here, still mine, still worth every bit of effort it takes to hold on. I think about the way I want to defend your heart, not just from others, but sometimes from yourself, from the doubts that creep in when you and I'm overtired or overwhelmed. The ones that whisper you are not worthy of this kind of love. I want to be the voice that's louder than those doubts. I want to remind you, again and again, until it becomes as natural to you as breathing, that you are worthy, you always have been. Stay with me, my love, because there in the ninth part of this I haven't shared yet. Something that feels almost too personal to say, but I need you to hear it anyway. Sometimes when I think about you, I feel this ache in my chest. Not a painful one, but the kind of ache you feel when something means so much to you that your heart almost can't contain it. It's the ache of gratitude, the ache of disbelief that somehow in a world full of people, our paths crossed and something this real was allowed to grow between us. I don't take that for granted, not for a single second. I know love isn't always loud declarations and grand gestures. Sometimes it's the small things. It's checking in just to see how your day went. It's remembering the little details you mentioned once in passing. It's showing up even when it's inconvenient, even when it's hard. That's the kind of love I want to give you, my love. Not just the big moments, but the small, quiet, consistent ones that build a foundation strong enough to last. Well, I want to be someone you can trust completely, someone whose word means something, someone who doesn't just say the right things, but actually follows through with actions that prove it. Because I know words are easy, anyone can say beautiful things, but love is proven in the follow-through, in the showing up, in the choosing again and again, even when it's not easy. And I choose you. I choose you on the easy days and the hard ones. I choose you when things are simple and when things get complicated. I choose you not because it's convenient, but because somewhere deep in my heart, I know there's no version of my future that doesn't have you in it. But hold on, my love, because there's still more I need to tell you, something that's been sitting quietly in the back of my mind, waiting for the right moment to come out. I think about the way society sometimes makes people doubt real love. Makes them cynical, makes them believe that this kind of devotion doesn't exist anymore. And I understand why people feel that way. I understand the disappointment, the heartbreak, the reason someone might build walls around their heart just to survive. But I want to be the reason those walls slowly come down for you. Not by force, not by pressure, but by simply being consistent, patient, and real. Day after day, until trusting me starts to feel safer than protecting yourself from me. I know trust isn't something that's given easily, especially not after everything life throws at people. So I don't expect you to hand me your whole heart all at once. I just want you to know that I'll be here, patiently, gently, proving that this love is different, that this love is safe, that this love isn't going anywhere. There is a kind of peace that comes with loving someone the way I love you. A peace that doesn't need constant reassurance because it's built on something deeper than fear, It's built on faith. Faith that even when things get hard, we'll figure it out together. Faith that even when doubts creep in, love will remind us why we started in the first place. I keep thinking about the future, about the version of us that exists years from now, still choosing, still falling a little more in love every single day, still finding new things to admire about one another even after everything we and 90've already learned. That's the kind of love I want to build with you. Not a love that fades with time, but one that deepens the way roots grow stronger the older a tree gets. And my love, if you're still here, still listening, still feeling this ache of warmth and longing in your chest, I need you to know that I'm not done yet. There's still so much more I want to say. So much more I want you to feel. So much more of this heart I want to hand over to you. Piece by piece, moment by moment, for as long as you'll let me.